Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
This episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience best events in town, all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets. What is going on, everybody? What is going on? It is your boy Darion of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. We are live and we are definitely in the building. I am your host, Darion of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show, and I am proud to officially be here with y'all today for another episode of the Darion Hopkins Show. Today is September 1st, 2023 for episode 68, and I think it's episode 55 on the audio version of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. I want to shout out to everybody that is here, that is listening all across the world. We really do appreciate the love and the support that we have been getting, ladies and gentlemen. But without further ado, let's get straight to the nitty gritty, man. Before y'all do anything, make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe to the channel when it comes to the YouTube channel. Yes, when it comes to the YouTube channel, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we will be here. We will be focused and we will be ready. Yes, we will definitely be ready. I'm trying to fix this background real quick. Hopefully I can get it to work, and I'm just going to do that basically. I'm going to do that until my co-hosts come on in here. I know they're running late, but we are live on Facebook on the Darion Hopkins Sports Show, live on my personal page at Sonny Hopkins, live on the YouTube channel at Darion Hopkins Sports Show, Twitch on Darion Hopkins Sports Show, and on Twitter at Darion Hopkins Sports Show. So I really do appreciate everybody coming up in here and having some fun with us, having some talk, and we got a lot to talk about here when it comes to it. So the topics of today, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be not really a lot, but a lot. We have the WWE Payback Predictions for tomorrow, which will be tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You do not want to miss it. We're going to talk about the top 25 college football game slate for week 1. We're going to talk about who wins all the way from the number 1 team in the land to the 25th team in the land. We're going to talk about who wins those games. We're going to talk about Mike Evans, talk about that he wants a new contract. Yes, he wants a new contract by week 1. We're going to talk about T.J. Hockenson. Is he really the highest paid tight end in the NFL? Let's talk about it. Well, we will. And we're going to talk about MookieBetts or Ronald Acuna Jr., who is your NL MVP. Who is your NL MVP? And then we have the top AL and the top NL MVP candidates going into 1 month away from October. That means that playoffs is coming around the corner. And WBA playoffs is coming around the corner. We have a lot to talk about here, man. RC Talks, what is up? RC Talks, what is going on? We're going to talk about the Colorado game as well. We're going to talk about who wins and why they will win. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about a lot of things here. But before we get into anything else, make sure y'all go to SeatGeek.com. SeatGeek.com is there for you for all your live concerts, live sports, live anything that you want to go see in person. Make sure you go to SeatGeek.com and use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off your first purchase, man. So we have some other brand deals coming down the pipeline real soon, but that one is my main one right now. So make sure y'all go check out SeatGeek.com, get your tickets, and get ready to go out there and have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Go out there, have some fun, and have a great time, and get your $20 off your first purchase. Everybody going to want to save $20 in their pocket some way, somehow. So make sure y'all go do that, man. Make sure y'all go do that. But let's get straight into it. Let's get straight to the nitty-gritty of things, man. And make sure y'all share this live if y'all live on Facebook. Make sure y'all share this live. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of things. And for me, I want to get into some NFL talk because I know the NFL is coming around the corner. Yes, it is. I don't have too many NFL topics for y'all. So if my co-hosts come in here, we're going to reiterate it and then we're going to keep it pushing because I really want to have this at an hour 30-ish. I really don't like going into the 2-hour mark. It makes the podcast a little bit too long. But just to let y'all know, happy Labor Day weekend as well. Happy Labor Day weekend. I have a 4-day weekend today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I have a 4-day weekend. I don't go back to work till Tuesday. So we're going to be doing some play-by-play as well. RC Talks, what's going on? BL, what's going on, brother? Thank you for tuning in. Really do appreciate it. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty of things and let's get down to it. The first topic of today, and we're going to get into Mike Evans. Mike Evans has stated that he wants a new contract by the Buccaneers by week 1. This is a very interesting topic here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, it is. It's a very interesting topic because it states a lot of things with Mike Evans. He's been with this team since they drafted him. So the 4-time Pro Bowler, wide receiver, and team captain Mike Evans, he did state he set a week 1 deadline to receive a new contract from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with his presentation indicating that Evans will look up to play somewhere else in 2024 if no deal has been reached. Now, Evans' representation of Day One Sports and Entertainment said in a release on Friday, which is today, that the wide receiver wants to be in the next phase of his career with an organization who wants him and help them win a Super Bowl, which is why they informed the Buccaneers organization that they will discontinue the contract discussions until September 19th, the agency says. Mike Evans is a legend. Loyalty don't mean nothing to Tampa only if you Tom Brady. That is a fact. That is a known fact for Mike Evans. He's been the best receiver for them after all these years, man. After all these years, and they don't want to give this man another contract. Who else on that wide receiver core is better than Mike Evans at this point? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100% a buck. This man wants to win a Super Bowl. So the Buccaneers do play against Minnesota on September 10th at Minnesota. And Mike Evans did state that he wanted to be in camp and practice and help Baker Mayfield get ready to win this year. And that's what Evans said in his statement. He said, I do not want to be a holdout or hurt our team. But Mike Evans entering his final season of a 5-year, $82.5 million contract extension, which he signed in March of 2018. He sets to make a salary base of $13 million and receive $1.5 million in roster bonus in March. His current deal includes 3 voided years from 2024 to 2026. Now, Mike Evans' agent, Mr. Gilmore, stated that the Buccaneers do not want to pay 2 receivers over $20 million per year. The fellow Pro Bowl wide receiver Chris Godwin is entering his second season with a 3-year, $60 million deal with $40 million guaranteed. Day One said in his release that Evans has not received a new offer to stay in Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin can't stay healthy. Let's keep it real. Rudy Nas, what's up, brother? Rudy Nas, what's up? Mike Evans can't stay healthy. I mean, not Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin can't stay healthy. So you paying this man $60 million and $40 million guaranteed, with Mike Evans been giving you stats after stats after stats every single year. Every single year. There's no way you giving Godwin $40 million guaranteed. It's no way. There's no way Tampa Bay Buccaneers is overpaying a guy like that. No way. If you do not want to give this man his money, that's bogus to me, man. That is really, really bogus to me. Because if you look at every year he's been in the league, every year Mike Evans been in the league, this man in his career has 683 receptions for 10,425 yards, 15 average per catch, 72 as his longest, 81 touchdowns overall for Mike Evans. 2022, this past year, this man had 77 receptions, 1,124 yards and 6 touchdowns. 2021, he had 14 touchdowns. In 2020, he had 13 touchdowns. And he had over 1,000 yards every year of his career. So you're going to sit here and tell me that you're going to pay a man like Chris Godwin $40 million guaranteed when Mike Evans has been consistent since 2014. Well, let's look up Chris Godwin's stats. Let's keep that there. Let's keep up Godwin's stats because Godwin's stats is nowhere near compared to Mike Evans. Okay. Mike Evans came in what? 2014? Chris Godwin came in the league in 2018. His best year was 104 receptions for 1,023 yards and only 3 touchdowns. 3. And you're giving this man 40 guaranteed. That's bogus. That's disrespectful to Mike Evans. Chris Godwin, in 2021, 98 receptions with 1,103 yards and 5 touchdowns. In 2020, 65 receptions for 840 yards and 7 touchdowns. So he only had 3 1,000-yard seasons for the Buccaneers. 3. And you got a Mike Evans that has been sitting here doing 1,000 yards receiving since 2014. Make it make sense. You want to pay Chris Godwin $40 million a year, and you don't want to give Mike Evans a new contract since he has since 2018? Stop playing with him, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, stop playing. Just stop playing. Because I think it's mad disrespectful that you sit here and you give this man, which is Godwin, $40 million when this man only had 3 1,000-yard receiving in his career, when Mike Evans been consistent ever since he came into the draft. No matter what quarterback did the Buccaneers have, Mike Evans put up the numbers. Put up the numbers. So you can't make this up. So if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and you're going to lose out on your all-time receiver and Mike Evans, then trade him. Release him. Make him go somewhere where he's worthy. Because obviously you're making Chris Godwin the number 1 receiver, giving him $40 million guaranteed. It's no way. It's no way that you allow that. Now I feel like the wide receivers is not getting the help that they need to get. Mike Evans is worthy of a nice contract. He is worthy of that. What makes him not worthy if you're Tampa Bay? If you're the owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what makes him not worthy of this? Because I would love to know. I would love to know what makes him not worthy of a brand new contract. I would love to know. Because Tampa Bay, I don't get it. Do you want to win now? And mind you, Todd Bowles is on his way out. He's gone. He's gone. Mike Evans wants to finish his career here. He did. He wants to be a Buck for life. And they even stated that we have been working on extending Mike's career with the Bucks over a year. And we want the fans to know this is not a tactic and a ball in the owner's court, which the agency said. With that being said, we are giving the Bucks into the start of the regular season to make him a Buck for life. If that cannot happen, 100% of Mike Evans' focus will be on football in his future, where he can continue to make an impact. Mike Evans has expressed his desire to stay in Tampa Bay last month in a sent highlight of a day one's release, saying that it's no secret that he wants to be a Buck for life. It's rare for players to stay, especially in this day and age, to stay on one team as long as they have. I just want to finish here. That's exactly what he's saying. He wants to finish here. And you're telling me that you cannot let him finish here? But you want to pay Chris Godwin. You want to pay Chris Godwin $40 million guaranteed. You got to be freaking shitting me. You got to be freaking shitting me. This man does not ball out. Mike Evans, since 2014, have 10,425 receiving yards and 81 touchdowns. And every year he had 1,000 yards receiving. Every year. So you want to sit here and tell me you're focused on Chris Godwin getting his $40 million guarantee, and Tampa Bay don't want to pay two receivers over $20 million guaranteed. It's a slap in the face. Exactly. If you're trying to rebuild, just trade him. Trade him or release him and let him go somewhere where he can win. It's a lot of teams that can need a receiver right now, and that is the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots can use Mike Evans right now for Mac Jones. That is a known fact. They dropped the ball with DeAndre Hopkins. So now if you release Mike Evans, right? That means if you've released Mike Evans, the Patriots can get him. The Patriots can get him. You get a true weapon for Mac Jones and a consistency of Mike Evans, which to me, Mac Jones is better than Baker Mayfield, in my opinion. Go get him if you're the New England Patriots. The Detroit Lions. Just imagine with the Detroit Lions with Jared Goff, you put another one with him and Amon St. Brown, and you make Marvin Jones, which he came back to the Lions, that third receiver. It would be a boost for the Detroit Lions. I don't want him to go to the AFC at all. I don't want him to go to Buffalo. As a Las Vegas Raiders fan, we play the Buffalo Bills. I don't want to see Stephon Diggs and Mike Evans on the same team. They couldn't even get DeAndre Hopkins. What makes you think they're going to get Mike Evans? They're not. They're not. But there's a few teams that need a receiver right now, like a New England Patriots, in the way that division is showing up right now, with the Jets making moves, with the Bills making a few moves, with the Dolphins making moves. Now it's time for the New England Patriots to make this move. Period. Or go to the Indianapolis Colts. But the Indianapolis Colts is not in a winning team right now. He could go to the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't want him as a Raiders fan. I don't want him to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't want that. I don't want him to go to the Kansas City Chiefs. Absolutely not, as a Raiders fan. But will it help the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes? Hell yes. Hell yes. But there's a lot of teams, but he said he wants to win. He wants to be in contention with a Super Bowl. So I got to take the Colts out of there. Got to take the Colts out of there. Got to. Baltimore with him and Odell, but I don't think the Baltimore Ravens have the money to go get him. The Washington Commanders, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys, I don't know where he's going to go. But I like the New England Patriots more than anything. I just do. I think it's a team that could build with him, that could build that division with the New England Patriots. But yeah, Mike Evans is I had to go on that rant because the fact that they paying Chris Godwin all this money. How bogus is that? How bogus is that, man? How bogus is that? But let's get into some other NBA news, ladies and gentlemen. Other NBA news, right? Not NBA, NFL news here. T.J. Hockenson, ladies and gentlemen, has signed a historic deal for tight ends, sources said. Now, T.J. Hockenson was back on the Minnesota Vikings practice field Thursday. He seamlessly put a summer worth of injuries and illness behind him. Now, Thursday, a sudden infusion into his bank account surely helped the healing process. Sure did. Now, T.J. Hockenson signed a 4-year contract extension that would pay him at least $66 million up to $68.5 million, according to sources told ESPN Adam Schefter, in the deal that resets the tight end market. A source that Adam Schefter told that the average annual value for T.J. Hockenson is $17.125 million, and Hockenson will make a $42.5 million guaranteed, which is the both highest in tight ends in NFL history. T.J. Hockenson is he deserving of this contract? That is the question. That is the question. Is he really deserving of this contract? And I think so. But is it really the highest paid? Do he deserve the highest paid? Out of that I don't know. I don't know. I'm like in a rock and a hard place with him. With his stats. I'm trying to find his stats right now. Because I know he was with the Detroit Lions. I knew that he got traded to the Minnesota Vikings. And this is one of the top tight ends in the league. Now, when you look at his numbers, is he worth being paid the way he's paid? That I don't know. What's going on, Mo Green? What's going on, brother? What's going on? T.J. Hockenson's numbers, man. If you want to look at it, last year he had 60 receptions. He played in 10 games with 60 receptions, 519 yards, and 3 touchdowns. In 2022, he only played 7 games for the Detroit Lions. He had 26 receptions, 395 yards, and 3 touchdowns. 2021, he played in 12 games, 61 receptions, 583 yards, and 4 touchdowns. In 2020, 16 games he played for the Detroit Lions. 67 receptions, 723 yards, and 6 touchdowns, which is his best year to date on this contract. 12 games he played in 2019, since he's been in the league since 2019. 32 receptions, 367 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So 2020 was his best year. Dude, does this make him the best player, the best tight end in the NFL? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now he's the highest paid tight end, but he doesn't have the numbers to be the best tight end in the league, but he's the highest paid. So did Minnesota overpay for a tight end like T.J. Hockenson? I think they did. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a good tight end, but he's not a Mark Andrews. He's not a Travis Kelce. You know, he's not a Dallas Goedert. He's not a Darren Waller. He's not a George Kittle. I just named 5 tight ends right there. Right there, that's better than T.J. Hockenson. But this is what the Minnesota Vikings do, ladies and gentlemen. This is what the Minnesota Vikings do. They sit here and they overpay players. Like I said before, this man had only had one good year. And that was his 2020 campaign with 67 receptions, 723 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Not once this man since 2019 reached 1,000 yards as a tight end. I disagree with that, Mo Green. It don't have nothing to do with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. We're not going to sit here and keep talking about how bad Kirk Cousins is. Let's talk about how bad that offensive line is. Let's talk about how bad that organization for the Minnesota Vikings are. Let's talk about that. But in them Detroit years, which I can agree with, in those Detroit years, he didn't have, well, he had Matthew Stafford. They had bad coaching. They had bad drafting. Detroit Lions went through a lot of turmoil. So him being the highest paid, he has to prove it this year to me. He has to prove it. Because if he doesn't prove it this year, a lot of people is going to question how much he's getting paid. And that's $42.5 million guaranteed for a tight end that doesn't have 1,000 yards receiving. They had a little holdout during training camp. So T.J. Hockenson, for me, it might not be the system though, Mo Green. It might be the system because at the end of the day, the system might not fit T.J. Hockenson. And T.J. Hockenson came on the scene. He came on the scene as a great, okay tight end for the Detroit Lions. And he had to go through so many quarterbacks. Not so many, but he had to go through Matthew Stafford, basically. And then Matthew Stafford left. You got Jared Goff. And then you get traded for Kirk Cousins. No disrespect to him. He got his money. But do I feel that he's the highest paid tight end in the NFL? I don't think he should be. I think Travis Kelce is going to reset the market again. I think a lot of tight ends is going to have a lot to say about this contract. Mark Andrews, one of them. Darren Waller, one of them. George Kittle, one of them. They're going to have something to say about this contract. Daniel Scott, will Colorado cover the 20.5 point spread versus TCU tomorrow? I will get to that when I get to that. And I will let you know what the spread is on that. But to answer your question, Daniel Scott, I think they cover 20.5. TCU don't have a defense. TCU defense is not that great. I think they get more than 20 points. I think they scored 27 on TCU. But I'll definitely let you know your picks. Oh, yeah. I would definitely let you know the picks. The picks are coming soon. The picks are coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, T.J. Hockenson, you got to prove it to me, brother. You got to get more than 723 yards this year. And if you're the Minnesota Vikings, he should be your number 2 target outside of Justin Jefferson. There's no way around it. No way around it at all. But we're going to take a quick break here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick break here. And we're going to talk about a few things going into these next topics. Talking about MookieBetts. Talk about the MLB top AL and NL MVP candidates. We're going to talk about Antonio Brown as well. him getting kicked out of the Arena Football League. We're definitely going to talk about that. And we'll see y'all in a little bit, y'all. And I'll be right back.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
This episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience best events in town, all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets. All right, so make sure y'all go check out all of those things, man. SeatGeek.com, DHopkins, and get $20 off your first purchase for all the live events and everything there on SeatGeek.com. Make sure you use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. Thank y'all so much for the quick talk here. We talked about T.J. Hockenson. We talked about Mike Evans want his contract. And we're going to talk about the next topic for the NFL is Travis Kelce and Chris Jones. We all know Chris Jones has been holding out for the longest now. He's been holding out for the Kansas City Chiefs the longest now. He wants a new contract. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The man wants a new contract. And deservedly so. Deservedly so, the man needs a new contract. The guy, numbers don't lie. It don't lie for Chris Jones. So, but Travis Kelce raising his concern going into week 1 as Chris Jones holds out. Now, it does state this, though, that I can say. This does state this. That Travis Kelce made a plea to Chris Jones to return to the Kansas City Chiefs on his latest podcast, saying the teammates' decision to hold out, he just don't get it. Chris, this is what he said. Chris, can you please come back? Kelce said on the New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce podcast, which it appears on a regularly with his brother who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. He said, you're scaring me, man. I don't get it. You must know something that I don't know because I just don't get it. I really want to get another Super Bowl ring with you, brother. This is me bargaining to you just to come back and play football for the Chiefs. Please, we need you and we need you bad. I don't know what the situation is. Let me tell you something, Travis Kelce. And you know, Andy Reid has said it. You know, Chris Jones has chosen his route, and in the expensive comments of Chris Jones' holdout, saying that other guys have chosen to get their deals done and come in and play. But I'm not here to criticize one way or the other. We have a lot of success with guys that we have and we will go with. Other than that, I take the distractions and throw them out the door, and let's get on to what's real. Now, Andy Reid's comments seem to indicate that the Chiefs are preparing to play the season opener on Thursday night against the Detroit Lions without Chris Jones. This week, they've traded the Las Vegas Raiders defensive tackle Neil Farrell as a part of the solution to fill Chris Jones' spot. And Andy Reid states this as well. Chris Jones is a great player. We have other good players. They'll have to step up and fill in the role. Everybody has to play their best. And then we'll work through it. But I think you're going to fill in for Chris. That's not what we're doing. And Andy Reid says to Jones that probably wouldn't need time to prepare to play in the game after he reported. It stated that one thing about Chris, he keeps himself in good shape, Andy Reid said. I haven't seen him, and I did anticipate him coming back relatively in good shape. As long as he's physically good in shape, you could kind of start working him in and getting him going, and then play it by ear and see where it's at. Now let me get this right. let me get this right. And I respect you, Travis Kelce. I respect you 100%. I do. But Chris Jones is the best player on your defense. And deservedly so, that man wants his money. He's seen so many defensive tackles get paid over the offseason. He doesn't get his money. Oh, Travis Kelce, you're going to get your money, bro. You're going to get your money. And you say you don't get it and you don't understand it. You should get it and understand it. You got to be deserving of your worth. That's it. You have to be deserving of your worth. Chris Jones had 15 and a half sacks last season. 2021, he had 9 sacks. 2020, he had 7 and a half. 2019, 9. And 2018, 15 and a half. 2017, 6 and a half. And then 2016, when he got drafted, he only had 2. But the man is consistent. He doesn't have any sacks under 6 sacks per season besides his 2016 season. The man won his money. Chris Jones is what this defense needs for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I don't understand how the Kansas City Chiefs could go out and give Patrick Mahomes the money that he deserves, give Travis Kelce the money that he deserves, but you don't want to give Chris Jones the money that he deserves. I'm kind of happy as a Raiders fan. I'm happy that Chris Jones is sitting out. I get that. I'm fine with that because he's disruptive against my Las Vegas Raiders every goddamn year. Every goddamn year. So Chris Jones sitting out is one of those things where this is your best player on defense. This is your best player on offense. There's no way you're going to sit here and you're going to think and think that Chris Jones is not going to play on a BS contract. Stop playing with me. I played that defensive tackle position, taking on double teams every single down. How people are going to scheme against me. That's what these NFL teams are doing to scheme against Chris Jones when he comes back. So I don't know why Travis Kelce is raising concern. This man wants to be paid what he deserved. He wants to be paid as the best. Simple as that. He wants to be paid as one of the best tight ends. I mean, not tight ends, defensive tackles. And the Kansas City Chiefs act like they broke, like they don't got no money to give them. I feel like the Chiefs are undervaluing Chris Jones. I feel like they're very undervaluing Chris Jones. Simple as that. I think Chris Jones is a defensive tackle that comes once in a lifetime for the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Kansas City Chiefs defense has not been great, but Chris Jones in that front line has been great. That's why they traded my guy Neil Farrell from the Las Vegas Raiders to the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy Reid had every right to say, listen, he's a good player. He's a great player. I respect Chris Jones. But we try to keep the distractions out the door so we could try to win another Super Bowl. But Travis Kelce saying that he don't get it. You got to understand, I don't understand how you not get it, and you're part of the business. You're part of those situations where you get into a contract room and you're going to want what's worthy to you. And that's a good contract. That man put up almost 20 sacks last season. And you telling me you don't want to give him a brand new contract? Come on, Travis Kelce. You know better than that. You know better than that. And you probably know the business better than me. But I know you. You will want what you're worth, right? And now when it comes to being worthy of a production that was the production that I put in, I deserve that type of money. It's like working at a job and you have the top productivity out of everybody in the business. But they give somebody else a raise and not you. That's how Chris Jones feels right now. That's exactly how Chris Jones feels. He feels that he's the top player on that defense side of the ball that puts in the most productivity, but y'all paying other guys what I should be getting paid. So if I'm Chris Jones, yeah, I'm gonna stay home until I'm worthy of the money that I'm supposed to get. I'm sorry. There's no way around it. It's been so many players that held out because of their worth. Now, Chris Jones was not getting franchise tagged. He wasn't doing that, but he was doing something where a lot of defensive tackles in this league can't do. He could split the double team. He's big for his size, but he can split double teams. He could fire up the ball so well. He dominates the center and the tackles. He dominates the tackles and the guards. He could dominate anywhere in between that defensive tackle in any technique. And as a Raiders fan, I'm happy that we might not see him. I'm happy that we might not see him because our offensive line, we can't defend him at all. We just can't. I'm just being honest. I'm just being completely honest. I'm just being completely honest here. But yeah, so Chris Jones, I commend you, bro. I disagree with Travis Kelce. And Travis Kelce, I feel like you should be the highest paid tight end in the league, but T.J. Hockenson is. We talked about that in the last segment. But I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like Chris Jones has a right to have the holdout, has a complete right to hold out because that man is that good. Pay the man, Kansas City. Pay the goddamn man. All right, so let's get into it with Antonio Brown. Oh, my God. Antonio Brown in Albany Empire went from champions to dysfunction. Antonio Brown, I understand that he's the new co-host of, with Mace and Cameron. Salute to you. Salute to you, my guy. I appreciate it. He's now the new co-host of the Cameron and Mace podcast. But this happened today, man. September 1st. Darius Prince and his 24 Albany Empire teammates wanted their money. They've been owed a payment by direct deposit after previous National Arena Leagues game 55-53 home loss to the San Antonio Gunslingers. And first since Antonio Brown, a former NFL star wide receiver, became the team's majority owner. And the week came and went with no payment. 4 guys with the lowest rung of the professional football, where their salary started at $250 per game. Before taxes, no pay means no money for food, gas, or rent. Some of the highlight earnings: Prince was the league's MVP at the time, who had paid top salary at $3,000 per game. Would help support the teammates so broke they were hungry. So now it's late April. In the evening of an empty bus waited to take them 10 hours south to a Sunday afternoon game against the Carolina Cobras, Empire faced a decision to get on the bus or hold out for their pay. Now, they sat in their rooms in a 2.5-star hotel between Greyhound bus terminal in an interstate, refreshing their banking apps and texting the group chat should they go to Greensboro and refuse to play. What if the league blackballed them? Would it be the end of their NFL dreams? This is sad. Darius Prince helped them compile a list of how much each player has owed and sent a newly appointed team president, Abroni Dennis, who tried to fail to pay them via Zelle cash transfer. Several hours later, this is what I'm reading, y'all. This is what I'm reading. Several hours later, that Prince received a screenshot that he seemed to show a pending payment that will arrive by the following Monday. And the Empire players filled up onto the bus, and Prince scored 3 touchdowns in a 56-49 loss before another 10-hour ride back to Albany, New York. 4 months later, the Empire players are still owed compensation from Antonio Brown's tender. According to the local attorneys who preparing potential lawsuits, Antonio Brown, who raised fans' hopes by buying into the team in March, is nowhere to be seen. And the Empire are no more. The National Arena League Board voted unanimously to kick the team out in June to failure to pay 3 months of membership fees, according to Alex Ganaris Brown, the Browns accounting, and 2 other league owner sources. I'm going to get into that. But I'm going to finish this topic up. Antonio Brown's brief doomed tenure as an Empire owner was defined by unpaid bills, unfulfilled promises, and erratic behavior, according to players, coaches, and team employees and fans interviewed by ESPN. You talked to my guy Alex already, Antonio Brown said when he reached by phone by ESPN, referring to his accountant. I don't really got nothing to say. Just talk to my authorized representative. Prince and his Empire teammates who left pounder of their futures deflated expectations by Brown's tender. Came in a promising world that Prince says, I didn't show for shit. Let me say something to Antonio Brown, man. You're sick. You are absolutely sick. You take majority ownership of a National Arena Football League where these guys put their life on the line, traveled 10 hours to play a football game for you. You put them in 2.5-star hotels or motels or whatever you put them at. And you don't pay these players a dime? Not a cent? You're sick. You really need to be checked out. You do not deserve to be on Cameron and Mace podcast. You do not deserve that. They don't deserve that. You took majority ownership of this company, and you pay none of those arena football players a dime. You're a former NFL player. You're a former star. Something's really wrong with you. You really need to get checked. You have not been the same since that whole situation that you wanted to get out of Pittsburgh. We get you out of Pittsburgh, trade you to my Las Vegas Raiders, and you put on a shit show for the Las Vegas Raiders. Helmet issues, feet issues, trying to steal our money. Then you go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You go to the New England Patriots. Then you had some domestic issues with women. They get rid of you. Go to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and win a Super Bowl with Tom Brady. I think that's what you was with Tom Brady. But you still wasn't the same sense. And you have to understand, Antonio Brown, you was in these kids' position. You was in a position trying to fight and claw to get to the NFL, not getting paid a dime. But you put this in a contract. You put this in a contract. And you have a nerve to not give them not one dime. So now the team is kicked out the league because of you. You have done nothing but ruin these athletes' lives. They was happy to have you as a majority owner of that league. And you sit there and you don't want to give them $250 per game? You're a millionaire. Your face is on Fashion Nova. You're modeling for Fashion Nova. You're doing all these other ventures. But $250 per game you could not pay to a player? It has to stop, man. It has to stop. When is Antonio Brown going to understand how you ruined so many lives over your career? How you ruined fans over your career? And Cameron and Mace, y'all, I respect y'all podcast. I do. But all you doing is giving another platform to a guy that is unstable out here. It is not great. It is not great for Antonio Brown. It's really not. It's sad. It's terrible. It is a disgrace how talented this man was. And he's had not been the same since. I'm in disgust. I am highly disgusted on what I'm seeing from Antonio Brown. I am highly disgusted. Highly disgusted. So what it says here, and so like I'm trying to see where I could get to the bottom of this. So by mid-June, about 100 days after Antonio Brown arrived in Albany, the league leadership discussed what to do about his outstanding bills. Now, Antonio Brown owed $21,000 for 3 months of the membership fees and a $1,000 fine for the conduct of detrimental to the league, according to Levac and Kane. In the news release, the league said that Brown had initially paid the April fees, but has subsequently challenged the payment and retracted it. His team demanded proof from the league that other teams were paying their dues, Leggett said. Now, league gave Antonio Brown until noon of June 15th to pay. After the deadline passed, the board voted unanimously that the Empire up from the league with the 7 games still left to play. The commissioner, Chris Seigfeld, declined the ESPN request for comment. Now, Leggett was in the staff meeting after the practice when players start banging on his door. What is true? They asked. He didn't know the team has been dissolved until the players showed him the news story. Some players quickly found new teams, but those that couldn't were left stranded in Albany without paychecks for the rest of the season. 2 guys reached out, Kane said. They were sleeping on people's fancy couches, and I picked them up to give them a moving job for the day, to give them enough money to give them a plane home. Brown still owns the Empire office furniture and the turf field, according to Bob Biebler, general manager in MVP Arena, but hasn't removed any of it. He is now focusing on his music career, Gennard said, with plans to go on a tour with release of an album launch of his record label. In August, TMZ reported that judge issued another order of Antonio Brown's arrest after failed to pay child support. Through he later posted a picture of a receipt on his Instagram that suggested that he paid it. In Albany, in the National Arena League, which dwindled to 3 teams after the past season, and it appears to be dead. However, are in discussions to bringing the arena football back to the city with new owners in another league. If it does return, Malone superfan will be ready. He said he'll be right back in my seats, he said. I am so sad for these players, man. I am so sad for these players. Because Antonio Brown, you left them stranded with no money to get home. And you couldn't pay these players $250 per game. You couldn't pay them that, but you're working on a record label. You're working on music. You're being a model of a Fashion Nova. You're being on Mason Cameron's podcast. You're a bunch of bullshit. A bunch of bullshit, Antonio Brown. I can't believe you, bro. I really can't believe you. Like, something's really going on mentally in your head. Something's really going on mentally in your head that you're not on the right track, bruh. Antonio Brown has lost it. These guys are busting their ass to get into the NFL. If I am them, I'm trying out for the XFL. I'm trying out for the USFL, where I know I have stability with a football team. Anything Antonio Brown puts his hands on, he destroys. He destroys. And it's time for him to go get help. His family, go get him help. Go get him help, please. Because at the end of the day, Antonio Brown is going to keep screwing up people's futures, people's livelihoods, and people's families that's trying to make a living for their kids, for their mothers, for their families, for their wives. Antonio Brown is messing up everybody's situation by owning that league. Despicable. Despicable. We'll be right back with some MLB baseball, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with some MLB baseball. Hopefully, my guy, James Kaplan of the No Mercy Sports, will be coming up here to talk about WWE Payback and college football top 25 games this weekend, starting tomorrow. Well, actually, starting yesterday with Utah demolishing Florida and Minnesota beating Nebraska in Matt Rule's debut. But Channel Soul said the Buccaneers declined Mike Evans' $85.8 million extension. Hello, Raiders, pick him up now. No. I think we're absolutely fine at wide receiver. We do not need to pick him up. If the Raiders pick him up, then oh well. But it's other things that the Las Vegas Raiders need to address on this team before the week starts. It is not on the offensive side of the ball. So I wanted to get that out the way and say what I had to say when it came to that. So we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back to talk about some MLB, WWE Payback, and some crazy, crazy great news. Let's go. We'll see y'all in a bit.
Listen up, sports fans. Your favorite sportsbook, BetUS.com, is back for our 28th year of NFL action. With the industry's biggest sign-up bonus of up to 200%, BetUS offers our members the opportunity to cash in on all your favorite sports, including NFL, NBA, MLB, and more. We've also got hundreds of new casino games, including the coolest new European slots, and our live dealers are waiting for you at the table. Sign up at BetUS.com today to get into the action. BetUS, where the game begins.
This episode of the Darion Hopkins Sports Show is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 platform to browse, discover, and experience best events in town, all in the palm of your hand. From heart-pounding concerts that can make you dance to nail-biting sports games that can keep you on the edge of your seat, SeatGeek has it all. From exclusive deals and personalized recommendations tailored just for you. Use the promo code DHopkins and get $20 off your first purchase. So join the movement. SeatGeek. Get up, get out, and get tickets. All right, and we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with the episode 68 of the Darion Hopkins Show. I am your host, Darion of the Darion Hopkins Show. Make sure you go to SeatGeek.com and use that promo code DHopkins. They get $20 off your first purchase. Make sure you go to DHop Nation and get the DHop Nation t-shirts, and that link is in the chat as well. And make sure y'all go check out Bet Us if you want to bet on any football, baseball, anything of that nature, college football as well. Make sure you get 125% off your sports book. Make sure you go to betus.com for that. So we're already 1 hour mark in. Ladies and gentlemen, we're already 1 hour mark in, and I want to pull this up here because we have ourselves a situation here in MLB baseball. Yes, we do. We have ourselves a situation here in MLB baseball. And I'm going to have to say this, man. This is going off. Who's better right now? Who is your NL MVP? The LA Dodgers MookieBetts or the Atlanta Braves Ronald Acuna Jr.? Who is your NL MVP? Now, only reason why I wanted to throw this up here because MookieBetts and Ronald Acuna Jr., if you look at this stat sheets right here, right now is neck and neck. The season of dreams. And this is according to Mattress Firm in their sponsorship with MLB. Their stats is just the same. So if you're watching this right now, you let me know who has the better stats and who would be your NL MVP. Because I like MookieBetts. Would you have a 7.8 BWAR, 158 homers, 38 homers, batting a .37, 98 RBIs, 0.41 OBP. His slugger is at a .622, and 175 plus on OPS. You got Ronald Acuna Jr., where it has a 6.7. That's a little bit lesser than what MookieBetts has. 181 homes, 30 home runs, which is 8 less than MookieBetts. Batting average is a 3.37. A 0.337 batting average. He has 83 RBIs, a little bit less than MookieBetts. A 1.419 ODP. Slugger at a 574, which is a little bit less than MookieBetts as well. And 164 OPS plus. Stats wise, MookieBetts is so far the leading runner in the NL as of right now. I like Ronald Acuna Jr. I watched him. I thought he's very talented. Don't get me wrong. He is very talented. But I like MookieBetts better. I think MookieBetts for me is just the popular person. I think MookieBetts is the guy that should be the lead front runner for NL MVP. And the guy's a stud. When I saw MookieBetts go to the LA Dodgers, I said the LA Dodgers got to steal. They got to steal with him. And I thought it was a great steal to go get him at that time. But, I really don't want to say too much about this particular thing because it's going to go right into the next topic, But for me, the NL MVP is MookieBetts as of right now. So ranking your top 10 American League and ranking your top 10 AL and NL here. So your MVP candidates that you have here. So just give me a second here. So let's look at this. If y'all can see it. If you're in the comments, let me know. Because we are in the comments, man. We definitely are in the comments. But your top 10 candidates for the American League MVP 10-6. They have at number 10, Bobby Witt Jr. from the Kansas City Royals. They have him up here. And No Mercy finally made it, brother. Finally made it. What's up, man?
Whew, I'll tell you what, it is not an easy day in the life of being a higher up, and you got to take care of the soldiers below you, man.
I got you majority of topics. I was waiting for payback in college football, so I was waiting on you. But this is right now I have is the top 10, the top best AL MVPs and the top AL and NL MVP. But this is the AL. So the 10 that they have is Bobby Witt Jr. from the Kansas City Royals. They have
really
Adolis Garcia from the Texas Rangers. Ramirez. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say Adolis Garcia from the Rangers. He's essentially like Yordan Alvarez for the Texas Rangers. He's essentially just a power hitter. That's really all it is, and that's the main reason why he was in this year's home run derby. Jose Ramirez, I mean, let's be honest. The only reason he's probably in there is because he put Tim Anderson in his place.
Okay. I mean, it just says here, he's in the top 6 of AL MVP voting 5 times in the last 6 years with 21 home runs and 21 steals, and he already clinched his 5th 2020 season. The 30-year-old has been consistent and an underperforming Guardians lineup while they are a long shot in the AL Central race, and it's hard to imagine where they would be without him.
Understandable. I mean, honestly, I'm just providing some dark humor to the players that are on the MVP list. I mean, Adolis Garcia, obviously, it says right there, he's a great hitter for the Texas Rangers because the Rangers, I mean, honestly, I didn't really think they were going to do anything this year. And to think that they're essentially in a 3-way tie with both the Astros and the Mariners really speaks volume. And Ramirez, like it says, it's hard to imagine where they would be without him. That also speaks volumes. So if the Guardians, if the Indians take over first place in the AL Central, I really wouldn't be surprised because I mean, look who Terry Francona is the manager, and look what he did with the Red Sox. I mean, the man is a mastermind, and Cleveland, they got a squad.
Yeah, they do. They do have a squad. They do have a squad. They have Marcus, so they got Simeon from the Texas Rangers up there.
Okay.
They got Luis Roberts Jr. from the Chicago White Sox as number 6. And then they have others receiving consideration as Randy Orozina, if I said that correctly. Phoenix Batista.
Rosarena.
Yeah, I can never get these names right with these baseball names and hockey names. That's why I'll never do these names because I butcher them. I never do play-by-play for baseball and hockey because I butcher the names so bad. But I don't know if this.
Look at it this way. My wife has a name for Randy or Rosarena. Randy, hey, Macarena.
Yeah, I can't. But I'm gonna try to zoom it up and see if you can see it a little bit better that way. So hopefully that's better for you here. So that's the other that they have, as far as considering for the AL.
Okay.
They got your guy. They got the Yankees up there too. I don't think no Yankees should be up there, and Garrett Cole there. How you feel about that?
I mean, Garrett Cole, he has a legitimate argument to win the Cy Young this year. Now, he's a hell of a pitcher, but the Yankees offense cannot produce.
Okay. They can't. And the fact that y'all have been in this first time y'all been in last place in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
As a Yankees fan, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel for you.
Exactly. I don't know how to feel either because, I mean, like, I've been so used to the Yankees at least being the middle of the pack, but to see them in last, it's like, y'all got to do something because I already know George Steinbrenner wouldn't put up with this bullshit.
Okay, so let's go to some other ones here. So they have the number 5 AL MVP candidates, Yandy Diaz from the Tampa Bay Rays. They have him for the Tampa Bay Rays here. If you see his stats right there, tells a lot on why he's 32 homers right there, 66 RBI. One of the most potent offensive teams in baseball this year, while the guys like Randy and Wander Franco has garnered the headlines, is Yandy Diaz, who is the team's best hitter. I mean, listen.
326 average? Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
Yes.
Luis Ariz of the Miami Marlins is battling for a 400 batting average, which hasn't been done in God knows how long.
Man, so number 4, they got Corey Seager of the Texas Rangers up there. There goes his stats right here with 24 homers and 79 RBIs. They said the shortstop has only played in 88 of the 131 games for the Texas Rangers this year, but he has done enough when healthy to lead All-American league position players with a 6.0 right there. So, I mean, his 59 extra base hits is only in 402 plate appearances, ranked top 10 in league wide. So he's another one that they have. The AL MVP candidate, they got Kyle Tucker from the Houston Astros.
Okay.
Not really a bet. I've never really heard too much about Kyle Tucker. I'm still trying to get into baseball a little bit more.
Right.
Understand like the stats of it and stuff like that. But 26 homers, 97 RBIs, back-to-back 30 homers. I mean, I think all these guys really have a chance. You got Julio Rodriguez. Didn't you just talk about him?
I mean, the dude set a record in the home run derby going against Pete Alonso. I think he had like close to 45, maybe 50 home runs. And it was like the opening round of the derby. And, he was like the first one in God knows how long to actually put up that kind of number.
I don't know what just happened to the website.
But I mean, man, oh man, he he had the entire fan base of baseball fooled when he robbed a home run of Fernando Tatis Jr. thinking that it was a home run and the ball's in his glove. It was like, yo, my guy.
So it says
So,
since July 24th, they have a home team record of 25-6. Since July 24th up to July 24th. So before, meaning they was 50-50 as the team record. So since July 4th, that's definitely a drastic change there.
I think it was yesterday or the other day they had they set a team record of winning 21 games in the month of August, which was just insane.
Right.
And
And of
obviously,
course, Ohtani
not surprised.
is not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised at that. Ohtani is just that guy. The numbers do not lie. If you see it right here, the numbers don't lie. Hurt or not hurt, the guy he's the real damn deal.
He may not be able to pitch, but my God, he can hit the freaking ball. Oh, he's got a torn UCL? Okay, bet. I'm going to still bet and watch this.
Right. So, I mean, that's the AL as of right now when it comes to the AL MVP candidates. The NL, we're gonna go through. Oh my God, Bleacher Report, stop doing this.
Good list. That's a good list for AL MVPs. I'm not even gonna lie, especially for honorable mentions.
Yeah, I agree. So let's go to the NL real quick. We want to go through those because I definitely want to get into the top 25 college games for tomorrow.
Oh, I already got the games pulled up for both tonight and tomorrow. Don't even worry about that.
I mean, you could tell me the games for the night because I only pulled up for all tomorrow. And tomorrow, Sunday night, and Monday night. So I have all of those there. Number 10, I'm not even going to butcher his name. I'm not going to do it. They have him at number 9, Christian Yelich at the Milwaukee Brewers at number 9.
In my
Luis
opinion,
Arias.
he's always Luis Arias, the dude that's, like I said, trying to bat for a 400 batting average.
Right.
And I mean, I've watched the Marlins games. Man, oh man, let the man cook. Let him cook.
You got Juan Soto here from the San Diego Padres at number 7. Cody Bellinger at the Chicago Cubs. Others receiving consideration: Paul Goldschmidt, Bryce Harper, Francisco Lindor, Sean Murphy, Austin Riley, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Christian Walker. There's some great. I mean, Harper just hit his 300th home run the other day.
Yes, sir.
He knocked it right off the park at home. So I think this is not a bad consideration. I know who Francisco Lindor is as well. Oh my God, Bleacher Report, you're killing me.
And Bryce Harper is coming off of Tommy John surgery.
Exactly. And he's playing very very well.
Yes, he is.
Playing very well. So
I swear the NL wild card. Oh my God, it's crazy.
People have to realize that's how the Phillies got to the World Series last year.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Being coming from the wild card. So people have to understand that, like, if we start getting hot in the month of September, look out for us in the playoffs. I'm telling you that right now.
So the Phillies start with a PH. I call them the Fighting PH Philadelphia Phillies. That team was a bunch of fighters. They had no quitting in them.
Right.
Oh my God. When I saw that home run Bryce Harper had against the San Diego Padres, I was like, bro, he made the right decision going to Philadelphia.
People said that people was really cool in him of going to Philadelphia after he left the Nationals. So they really thought that, well, how would you go to the Phillies? The Phillies suck. This and that, this and that.
They got a squad.
Series. We got a squad. We do.
I mean, they even have Trey Turner, who sucked for so long and arguably one of the most toxic fan bases in baseball. During his slump, they applauded him walking up to the plate, and he's been on a run ever since.
Facts.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Phillies or the Cubs make a run this year.
Agreed. I agree. I think we definitely could make a run. Absolutely. So the five that they had was Corbin Carroll of the Arizona Diamondbacks. They have
Respect.
Matt Olson from the Atlanta Braves. They have Freddie Freeman from the Los Angeles Dodgers. They have Ronald, if I say Acuna, if I said it correctly, from the Atlanta Braves. Acuna Jr. from the Atlanta Braves, and they have number one Mookie Betts from the Dodgers.
Oh, see, in my opinion, I got Ronald Acuna Jr. over Mookie Betts. I mean,
We sure about that? Because we can look at this again.
I was gonna say, like Acuna is in a class of his own. He had what was it? Like 30 home runs, 60 stolen bases, which has not been seen since like Ricky Henderson, I believe Pete Rose, and two other players. But I mean, hey, like there was a show on ESPN. Numbers never lie. I mean,
the numbers don't lie. I mean, Mookie Betts' numbers are a bit better than his.
Yeah.
So
there's certain numbers where Mookie's leading, but I mean, both players are just producing.
They're just that's what I was saying. They were just producing to make an argument of who's the best. You know.
Yeah.
So I might have to go. I like Mookie Betts to win it though. I do.
Yeah. Hey, whoever wins the NL MVP, respect. But real talk, Boston shit the bed letting Mookie go.
Yes. Agreed.
Oh,
I didn't understand why they got. I did not understand why they got rid of him. And
it makes
you let him go to the Dodgers out of all teams. The Dodgers.
It makes sense though. LA fits Mookie's personality. He has that Los Angeles type of personality that the fans just absolutely love, and they're eating it up.
Yeah, they're eating it up. Agreed.
But I mean, the numbers just, oh my god, it's crazy to look at.
Yeah, the numbers do not lie.
Mm-hmm.
Numbers do not lie. But I mean, Acuna is definitely making a case, though. He's making his case.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. I mean, like he even said, he's got 62 stolen bases, which is crazy. And Mookie has 10. It's like, man, the number comparison between the two is just ridiculous.
So I just want to go through everything that I've talked about real quick. And I don't know if you heard about Mike Evans' situation about him, his contract that he's holding out.
Yep.
And just looking at it real quickly, because we're gonna go through it real quickly, because I definitely went on a rant about this. There's no way that you're paying Chris Godwin $40 million guaranteed, and you don't want to give Mike Evans any money where this man has 1,000-yard receiver since he's came into the league. Yeah. I'm really confused about that. It didn't make no sense to me.
Tampa, if you let this guy walk, that will be one of the dumbest things you have ever done since bringing in Jameis Winston.
Facts.
Oh, like one of your best wide receivers, probably since Keyshawn Johnson. Like,
agreed.
He's done so much for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to actually still make him relevant. It's insane. If Tampa lets him walk, they are the fucking dumbasses for oh yeah, we'll move. Who are you going to move on to? Chris Godwin, a guy that can barely produce? No.
Agreed.
Do not let Mike Evans walk.
It would be disrespectful to Mike Evans. It would be disrespectful to the NFL. That man's been with one team every single year. The numbers do not lie. Yep. Even hurt or not, that guy has put up numbers. Stop playing with that man.
NNL, numbers never lie.
Never lie. Never lie.
Insane.
And another quick one about T.J. Hockenson getting his bag for a tight end, resetting the market. He will be paid up to at least $66 million, 6.85 up to 6.85 million. Told ESPN that he resets the tight end market. The annual value of the deal is 17.125 million, and Hockenson will make up to 42.5 million guaranteed, making it both the highest for a tight end in the NFL history. Do you feel like TJ Hockenson is worth every dime of that money?
Honestly, I really think he is. He is he's a dark horse of the tight ends because we are so focused on guys like Travis Kelce and George Kittle. He is the guy that we don't pay so much attention to, but all he does is just go out there and ball. He showed it in Detroit, and he damn well showed it in Minnesota. And I mean, Minnesota got him on a steal.
Yeah, they definitely got him on a steal in the draft. Agreed,
I,
100%.
I mean, like the numbers, like the sad thing about TJ Hockenson is the fact that he is just overshadowed by Travis Kelce and George Kittle, both amazing tight ends. Like, there's no words to describe how good Travis Kelce and George Kittle are. But like I said, TJ Hockenson, he's a dark horse.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to get into quick about Travis Kelce and what he stated about begging for Chris Jones, saying that we need you.
Ooh.
This is what he said. He said, "Chris, can you please come back?" And that's what Kelce said on the New Heights with Jason and Travis Kelce podcast, which appear on regularly with his brother, who plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. He said, "You're scaring me, man. I don't get it. You must know something that I don't, because I just don't get it. I really want to get another Super Bowl ring with you, brother. This is me bargaining you just to come back and play football for the Chiefs. Please, we need you, and we need you bad. I don't know what the situation is."
I mean, if you look at the numbers when Chris Jones is on the field compared to when he's not playing, it just goes back to the whole argument. The numbers never lie. I mean, the dude deserves the bag. Like, granted, they do have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, but oh God, what's that old saying? Your best defense is as good as your offense, or something like that. And Chris Jones has been that guy leading the defense. I mean, they have the defensive mastermind being Steve Spagnuolo, who helped the New York Giants win 2 championships, because everybody knows defense wins championships.
Right.
But I mean, when you got a guy like Chris Jones leading that defense, give the man his money.
And I just felt like I had to disagree with Travis Kelce in a way, because, like, if you're trying to bargain to get him back and just play football. Now, what if this was in your position? If you're Travis Kelce, you would have did the same exact thing, and you just would have been like, "Oh, I'm just going to come in and play football." No. And now, since TJ Hockenson made himself the highest paid tight end, you're going to go in that front office as the Kansas City Chiefs owner or whatever GM is and try to get the highest paid tight end in the league.
Yep. I mean, I was like, the last few times that I've listened to ESPN radio, they've talked about Joe Burrow coming back. Like, is it too early for him to come back after 6 weeks of the calf injury that he had and, get back into the game? And some people were saying, like, look, if I'm Joe Burrow, I'm waiting until Patrick Mahomes gets his contract extension so the Bengals can match that offer and I can be the highest paid quarterback in the league, because look what Cincinnati has done with Joe Burrow under center.
Agree. Yep.
So, look, if Patrick gets paid, hey, he gets paid. But for a team like Cincinnati, y'all need to pay Joe Burrow. Or maybe he takes the Tom Brady route, like, hey, look, I want to take a pay cut so y'all can give the weapons around me more money and we have a better chance of being a dynasty.
Agreed. Agree 100%, man. But I just had to agree with. I mean, I don't listen. I know Travis Kelce, you've been in the NFL, and I haven't played a damn lick of NFL football. But I have to. But the man is worth his money, that's exactly what he wants. And if that was you and the shoe was on the other foot, you would have did the same thing. So
absolutely,
I had to disagree there with Travis Kelce. And one more thing about the NFL, and that was Antonio Brown. I'm really, really sad about the situation with him, because This guy was a majority owner of a arena football league and did not pay his players or any fees to the league. This man has not paid these players it will be $250 per player. There's no way you make all this money and now you're on Cameron's and Mace New Sports podcast. You are a model for Fashion Over Men, and you're making all this money, and you can't pay these players $250 per player. And now these guys are stranded to get home because you want to mess up players' careers to try to get into the NFL. He's sick. He needs help. He needs help. How you become a majority owner of a football team and don't pay a dime of nothing? I don't get it. And I like only reason why I talked about this story because I felt so bad because the league, the quarterback for that team was the MVP and he was getting $3,000 per game and he was coming out of his pockets to help those players make money.
Yep. I honestly don't get it either. I mean, the man had a hell of a career going in Pittsburgh,
right? Yes.
When he first started, up until he got that hit from Vontaze Burfict. Everything after, up until the Tampa Bay Buccaneers signed him, was a fucking mistake. I mean, you have one of, if not the greatest quarterback of all time under center, taking you under your wing, giving you God knows how many chances in the fucking league.
Right.
And you get a Super Bowl out of it. Congratulations. Like this man said to The Miz, congratulations. You gained a couple. Good for you.
But I just felt bad for the players, man. It's really not really about Antonio Brown.
Facts.
But the fact that those players are trying to get to the NFL, if I'm those players, my next stop is the USFL or the XFL to make your next way to the NFL. If you want to get paid money, go to the XFL or the USFL and get out of that league or get out of that contract what Antonio Brown did for y'all because he didn't even want to talk to ESPN. He's like, oh, talk to my accountant, talk to my representative. No, you had to take accountability if you're Antonio Brown. You're doing everything else. You try to start a rap album and start this and start that, and you don't want to pay these guys $250? You acting cheap, bro.
There's players in the USFL and the XFL that are getting fucking signed to teams.
Exactly.
Oh
exactly.
my! Ooh!
I just felt bad for them though, but it's crazy. It's crazy. So, let's get into the slate now. Let's get into tonight's slate for college football. I got the Saturday slate. You can take the Friday slate. I'm gonna throw some music on for this one because this one right here. This is gonna be something. I'm gonna turn it down, dog. I'm not gonna have it too loud, but I'm not gonna have it too loud. But let us know about that Friday.
Okay, so one game I got, or that probably should be on coming up pretty soon. Miami, Ohio versus the University of Miami Hurricanes.
I'm taking you. So you said the U versus who now?
Miami, Ohio.
I'm going with the upset. I'm going with Miami, Ohio.
Ooh.
They say they've been talking trash saying they the real Miami. Who is the U at this point? I am taking Miami of Ohio in an upset here.
See, in my opinion, I'm taking the U just because of like what they did in the 80s and oh my God. Arguably the greatest college football team of all time, the 2001 Miami Hurricanes. The history is there. I got to go with the U.
Okay. I'm going with the upset, though. I got a feeling that they're going to get smacked. I feel like Miami's going to get smacked in the mouth with all their trash talk, too.
I mean, it's at home, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens, Florida. It's in Miami, Florida, baby.
I mean, you see what Florida, what just happened to them to Utah yesterday. I'm just saying.
That was, I'm not even surprised. All right, so one of the games, Eastern Michigan versus Howard. honestly, for
I didn't
me,
know I didn't know Howard had a football team, surprisingly, but I'm going with Howard.
I don't even know where the fuck Howard is, but I'm gonna take Eastern Michigan.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna switch that. I'm gonna go to Eastern Michigan as well. I'm gonna take Eastern Michigan here. So I mean, I respect. I think Howard is like somewhere in like DC or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're HBCU, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm taking I'm taking East Michigan. I'm taking Eastern Michigan here.
Okay. So next game coming up, we got Michigan State at Spartan Stadium, East Lansing, Michigan, against Central Michigan.
I'm taking Michigan State.
I'm taking Michigan State too.
I'm taking Michigan State. I like Central Michigan. They might give them a fight for their money, but I'm taking Michigan State here.
I was gonna say, part of me wants to say Central Michigan for the upset, but I mean, Michigan State is Michigan State.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia. I don't know how the hell this came up, or why you would put these two teams in there. We got Louisville versus Georgia Tech.
See, this is the game I was supposed to do tonight on the channel. And I kind of been a little bit under the weather, and I was like, I'm not going to do the game. I'm just going to do the show and chill. But I'm taking Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech. I think I'm going to go with them. I think Louisville still has a high-power offense, don't get me wrong. But I do like Georgia Tech a little bit more. So I'm going to edge it to Georgia Tech to win this game.
Yeah, and Louisville hasn't really been the same since Lamar Jackson left.
Right. Agreed.
All right, so Missouri State versus Kansas.
Is one of these two teams ranked or no?
Neither team is ranked. None of the teams that have been mentioned are ranked.
And you said Missouri or just Missouri State?
Missouri State versus Kansas.
Kansas had a great football team. I'm going with Missouri State.
Ooh, okay. Upset.
Kansas is okay, but I'm not a believer yet.
Honestly, for me, they made a believer out of me with the quarterback that they had. Oh God, forgot what his name was. But honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards Kansas in this fight.
Okay.
And yeah, so the last game of the night, we got Stanford at Hawaii.
I'm taking Stanford.
Really? Okay,
I'm taking Stanford. I like Hawaii, but I think Hawaii has something to play for because what's all that's going on there. This is going to be a great game, but I'm going to take Stanford. I like Hawaii, though. No disrespect to them, but I'm going to take Stanford.
No, I completely agree. I like Hawaii, too. Like, they've always been that team that, people like to beat up on, but they give you a run for their money. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say Stanford too.
All right, so that is Friday's slate of college football games. So make sure y'all join it, grab a good one, and grab a cool one. But we're gonna change the music a little bit because we're gonna go through the top 25. I have it ranked from 1 to 25 on who they playing. I think these first couple of games is really easy to give. Number 1, Georgia versus UT Martin. I think both of us are taking Georgia in a blowout against UT Martin.
That's a decimation. Let's be honest.
That's decimation. So we have East Carolina going up against number 2 Michigan. Even though that their coach is being out for the next couple of games, I'm still taking Michigan to win the game against Carolina. It won't be a blowout like we thought we probably would think, but I'm still taking Michigan to win the game.
I don't know. For me, I say East Carolina pulls the Appalachian State upset.
Ooh! Oh, I wish I had my soundboard for that. I would have gave you some type of sound bite for that one.
Hey, you already know I'm gonna have my eyes close on that game.
Yeah, you better, because we're gonna come back to this live and see that you picked them to win, and Michigan probably end up destroying them. But we have number 3 Ohio State versus Indiana, Big Ten Conference matchup. Who you taking here?
Ooh, I want to say that. I want to say Indiana. I really feel like Indiana will give Ohio State or as I like to say, that stupid state school from Ohio, because a whole bunch of people that go to that school, Ohio, like, nah.
yeah.
So,
I think I'm gonna go with Ohio State today, though.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ohio State as well, but I think Indiana puts up a fight.
All right, so we have Middle Tennessee versus number 4 Alabama. I think I'm going Alabama here. I love it's not the Tennessee Vols, it's Middle Tennessee. So I'm going. Yeah, I think this is a no-brainer. I think we both going to take Alabama here.
I mean, as much as I hate saying it, roll Tide, roll.
Right. Roll, they say on the documentary on 30 foot, roll damn Tide.
Exactly.
We got the Sunday night game. Number 5 LSU versus number 8 Florida State. Sunday night game on ESPN, which that's the game I will be doing. Who are you taking, Florida State or LSU?
I think LSU turns it around, especially with Brian Kelly being their head coach. It's hard for me to get over the fact that Jameis Winston went to Florida State and he had the accusations against him for the whole R-word thing. So it's really hard to get over that, but I think LSU takes it. It's going to be a hard fought battle, but I really think LSU takes it.
I'm going with Florida State. Florida State beat them last year in their turf. And I like Jaden Daniels, but I think this is going to be a close game and Florida State wins by a field goal. Just like in the way that Florida State won last year, LSU missed the field goal. I think Florida State would make the field goal to win this game. So I'm gonna take Florida State here. I think this is going to be this might be the game of the week for real.
Yeah.
It might just be the game of the week.
Facts.
Then we have number 6 USC at home against Nevada. Who we taking?
Ooh. Oh, man. I mean, you got heavy Heisman favorite being Caleb Williams leading the charge. I'm going to have to go with USC.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer for me. I like Nevada. Nevada has not really been the same for a while now, but I'm clearly going with USC here.
Yeah, I think Nevada puts up a fight, but USC walks away battered, beaten, scarred, bruised, everything. Like, they still get the dub.
Yeah, absolutely. So we got number 7 Penn State at home against West Virginia. Who we taking?
Ooh. Penn State.
Yeah, I like West Virginia, but I have to agree there. We're definitely going with Penn State there. We have the Monday night game, number 9 Clemson going into Duke to play Duke on Monday night. This is an ACC matchup. Who you taking here?
See, now Duke has always been known as a college basketball program. I think the same thing could be said for Clemson.
I got one take for you though. Duke is the home of Daniel Jones.
That it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I think Duke pulls off the upset.
What? Come on, man. You being spicy with me today, James, man. You being spicy today, brother.
Bro, as much as I love Clemson and Dabo Swinney, Duke has been on the come up for college football.
Okay.
They really have.
I'm still going to take Clemson in. I'm still going to take Clemson to win this game, but this will be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if Clemson wins, but at the same time, I really believe that it's going to be a good game.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to that game on Monday. Boise State goes into number 10th ranked Washington. Who you taking?
Ooh, man. That's a tough one.
Now, if this was at Boise State, I probably would have picked Boise State because of the field. They got a beautiful field. I'm sorry. That blue field is something different. It hits different.
Hey, I've seen it up close. It is better than you can even imagine.
I can't wait. I go to one of those games, man. I can't wait. But
if you go with Boise State,
okay. Let Washington get the upset because I think they kind of disrespected my Tennessee Vols. We're going to get into that, though.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that.
Don't
But
get me wrong. Washington is good.
but they should be number 10 in the country over a Tennessee Vols team from last year.
Facts. The last time they were ranked, oh my God, let me tell you, I went to college game day at the University of Washington. The entire school and fan base was chanting, "We want Bama." I'm like, no, y'all don't. The college football playoffs come around, they got this. It was one of the rare times I was actually rooting. They got destroyed by Alabama. It was one of the few times I was actually rooting for Alabama.
Facts.
Oh, no, you fuck around, you're going to find out. You want a team like Alabama? You got them. They gave you their best. You got your asses kicked.
Facts. And that's why I'm going with Boise State in the upset.
Yep, I agree.
So we got number 11 Texas at home against Rice. I'm taking Texas here.
Yeah. What was it, about 2 years ago? For like a month straight, I was picking Texas to win. Unfortunately, they lost every game I picked. They've been on my shit list ever since. But I'm gonna have to go with Texas.
Yeah, I'm going with Texas here. I just kind of mad the way that the quarterback went down against Alabama. I had a feeling that Texas could have beat Alabama that year. I just wish they just could have.
It's Alabama. What are you gonna do?
Facts. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But we get to my Tennessee Vols at home in Nissan Stadium. We put the checkers on Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. Going up against Virginia. This is a no-brainer. I'm taking Tennessee in a blowout, 40-10. Probably more than that. 45 to 10. Virginia doesn't stand a chance against us. I'm taking Tennessee.
Hey, like my man says, let me talk to you.
Let's go.
Tennessee over Virginia. It's not even close. Ooh.
Not even close at all. So I'm definitely taking that. I'm definitely taking my boys. I'll be live for that tomorrow at 12 o'clock too. I will be live for that. So I'll be live tomorrow for that. It's going to be fun. Next game, Tennessee State versus number 13 Notre Dame. I think this is a no-brainer here after what we saw, the ass whooping that Notre Dame did last week. I am taking Notre Dame to beat Tennessee State. It's a no-brainer for me.
Now, see, I gave 4 years of my life to the Navy. Every single year I was in the Navy, man, oh man, did it hurt me to see Navy versus Notre Dame, no matter where the game was being played. Man, even to the game being played in Dublin, I was stuck between a rock and a hard place. But after seeing what Sam Hartman did against Navy,
he looked like Drew Brees at Purdue.
Woo, let me tell you, Notre Dame over Tennessee State. It's not even close.
Not even close. Absolutely not. So we have Portland State versus number 15 Oregon, knowing that Bo Nix is still there for Oregon. This is a no-brainer for me. I'm taking Oregon to win this game.
Oregon as well. Quack, quack.
So we have Southeastern Missouri State versus number 16 Kansas State.
Yeah, probably Kansas State.
Yeah, no-brainer here. We definitely going with Kansas State here. In the game of the week, Deion Sanders in Colorado goes in and goes up against number 17 TCU. James, let's get down to the nitty-gritty of this, man.
Prime time. Love ya. You put Jackson State University on the map in the FBS. Or was it the FCS?
I think it's the FCS. I'm not too sure. It's one of them.
Prime time. Love ya. You're one of the biggest trash talkers in the NFL. One of the greatest cornerbacks in the NFL, if not the absolute greatest. But I think TCU takes this win.
Deion is going to get it done.
Okay.
TCU lost a lot to the draft.
Yeah, that they did. And they got their They got their asses kicked.
And they got their asses kicked in the national championship game. That defense and the way they got Deion Sanders' son at quarterback, they bring a lot of those players over from Jackson State and all those players through the transfer portal. Colorado upsets TCU. And they will score over 20 points. They spread, the guy in the chat said over 20.5. I said they scored 27.
I'm looking forward to that game.
I'm looking forward to that game too. But come on, Colorado. Come on, Deion. Don't upset me here.
Yep.
I have to come up here on Monday and cuss your asses out. Yep. I'm gonna have to
do it. I love it.
So we have
this is what football is all about, baby.
Absolutely. College football is some of the best football that I love to see. Number 18, Oregon State is on the road against San Jose State. This is another Sunday night game. It's Sunday game as well. I'm taking Oregon State after I saw from San Jose State getting their ass kicked last week. I think that was against USC, if I'm not mistaken. I'm taking Oregon State here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take the Oregon State as well over San Jose State. I mean, they've been a dark horse. San Jose State, they've been a dark horse in the college basketball, but when it comes to football, they're that team that you love to beat up on.
Right. So
Oregon State, handily.
Oh yeah, definitely handling it. So we got Buffalo going into number 19, Wisconsin. What's next? Who you have?
Ooh, see, the only good player that I can actually think of that came out of Buffalo was Khalil Mack. Arguably one of the best linebackers and edge rushers in the NFL.
Wait, my guy Michael Kuntz, he plays for the Las Vegas Raiders right now. That came out of Buffalo. So I mean, I had to throw that out there real quick. I mean, he made the 53-man roster. You know, so it's all good. You know, hey, Khalil Mack, but I get it.
Respect. But in this case, the running back that Wisconsin has,
that's running back you right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Wisconsin in this one.
Yeah, I'm going with Wisconsin as well. That's a no-brainer. And number 20, Oklahoma is at home against Arkansas State. I'm going Oklahoma here, even though that I don't really know too much about their recruiting class. I didn't really get a chance to look up their recruiting class, but I just like Oklahoma here. Arkansas State, they never really been good, so
I was. Hey, you had me going into the first half. I was like, Arkansas against Oklahoma?
No, Arkansas State.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely gonna have to go with Oklahoma.
And I think this might be another underrated game. A lot of people are not talking about. Number 21, North Carolina versus South Carolina. Ooh. This is going to be a game that nobody really talks about.
Yep.
What's going on, Dominique 5? What's up, bro?
Man, that's going to be a hell of a game to watch. I mean, in my opinion, there's no doubt in my mind that South Carolina is riding the wave of momentum that they caught in the second half of the season, especially with Spencer Rattler under center in that team. I'm going to have to go with South Carolina in this one.
I think I'm going to go with South Carolina as well.
It's going to be a hell of a game.
They beat my Tennessee team last year, knowing that y'all injured my guy, Hendon Hooker. But still, man.
Yep, respect.
That was my national championship aspirations just fell apart. Thank you, South Carolina. Thank you.
Yeah, no, trust me. When Hendon Hooker went down, unfortunately, so did the chances of Tennessee making the college football playoffs and national championship as well.
Dominique 5, you want to go with your UNC? Go ahead, brother. But I like South Carolina here, man. We both like South Carolina here.
Yeah.
I think this is a no-brainer. But I don't know if this might be a no-brainer because Mercer has been okay. Versus number 22, Ole Miss.
Oh yeah, that could. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Ole Miss.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Ole Miss as well.
Just because it's the whole SEC thing.
Yeah, SEC might dominate this weekend, honestly. We have New Mexico versus number 23, Texas A&M.
Ooh, yeah, Texas A&M, without question.
Yeah, Texas A&M I'm going with too. You have Southern Alabama versus number 24, Tulane.
Ooh. Yeah, Tulane. Especially coming off that bowl win against USC. USC, what was it? They had a 2-touchdown lead against Tulane.
Right.
They should have put them away, but Tulane, they had that no-quit bone in them.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What
I'm going with Tulane. I'm going with Tulane here, though. And the last top 25 is Utah State, number 25, Iowa.
That'll be a hell of a game. I'm gonna have to go with Iowa.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Iowa as well. Utah State has really not been the same for a couple years now, so I'm definitely going with that. I'm definitely going with Iowa here. So that is your college football, ladies and gentlemen. That's your college football top 25 for tonight and tomorrow. So make sure y'all make your picks. If you want to do bets that way. That's fine. Do whatever how you want it. But
I was gonna say, hey, there's a lot of unranked teams on here, like that. A lot of unranked games on here that probably should get talked about.
So I mean, name a few.
All right, so
we already top 25. That's all.
So yeah, no, respect. So it's going based off of the time. Obviously, we did East Carolina versus Michigan, Virginia versus Tennessee, Colorado versus TCU. So we got Ball State versus Kentucky. How do you think they're going to fare with Will Levis leaving for, who was it, the Tennessee Titans?
Yeah, he got drafted to the Tennessee Titans. I can say this. Ball State has never really played good in the first game. I mean, we killed them last year as a Tennessee Vols fan.
Yep.
Why they always got to play an SEC team every first game of the year? I'm still taking Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Kentucky as well. Screw it. Bowling Green at Liberty, just because Malik Willis went to Liberty and actually put him on the map.
Sure did. But I'm gonna go with Bowling. I'm not Bowling Green. I'm gonna go with Liberty here. I think they still can move. I think they still can move forward to get everything. Get. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoff or nothing, but they definitely will get a bowl game this year. I'm going with Liberty.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go with Liberty as well. So granted, it's a day game, but I mean, hey, if you play this one of these two teams during a night game and they're doing the blackout uniforms, odds are you're gonna lose. But we got Fresno State at Purdue.
You know, we drafted Aiden O'Connell. We drafted Aiden O'Connell, and we played against Purdue in a bowl game, and Aiden O'Connell shredded my Tennessee Volunteers in the Music City Bowl game. Oh, that was just hurtful. It was one of the best college bowl games, underrated, that nobody talks about. But Aiden O'Connell was phenomenal there. So I'm gonna be biased and go with Purdue here. And Drew Brees is probably helping them on the coaching staff, if I'm not mistaken, voluntarily. I'm going with Purdue.
Yep. So this is an obvious answer, but we got Western Carolina, which is kind of ironic because we only have North and South Carolina.
Now we got an East and West Carolina.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Western Carolina at Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Arkansas.
I'm gonna have to go with Arkansas as well. Let's see who else. Obviously, we did Mercer at Ole Miss. Let's go with the school that Brock Purdy went to, Northern Iowa at Iowa State.
I'm going with Iowa State.
I'm gonna have to go with Iowa State as well. A team that in my opinion, doesn't get talked about enough, and they're the team that flies under the radar, and they should be in the bottom portion of the top 25. We got Akron at Temple. Temple being the team that I was just talking about. I said what I said. They should be in the bottom portion of the top 25. Nobody, like, they don't get the credit that they deserve.
We really have a West Carolina. That's the crazy part.
Mm.
We really have a West Carolina on this slate for college football. We really do.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never. I mean, I understand East Carolina because I know they got a college football team, but I didn't know West Carolina had a college football team until we did the slate today. So,
yep.
So what was the game that you were saying? I just wanted to cut. Shout out to Jonathan Mathis, aka the Sports Judge. Shout out to you, brother. I appreciate it.
Akron at Temple and Lincoln Financial Field, Philadelphia.
I'm taking Temple. I'm biased.
Yeah, no, I'm
taking Temple. Let's go.
Like I said, I'm taking Temple as well. Like, they should be in the bottom half of the top 25, and they don't get the recognition that they deserve.
They're in the American Conference. That's why.
The
American Conference is not really at its best right now. So,
hey, Temple is a bunch of fighters. Do not get me wrong.
Yeah, but I'm taking Temple here.
All right, so this is an obvious no-brainer. UMass at Auburn.
You know what? I want to say UMass. I want to say it, but I'm gonna take Auburn.
Okay.
I it's just a lot of uncertainty with Auburn, with a new coach, new quarterback. Don't know what this defense is going to look like for Auburn.
Okay.
But I'm gonna take them. But I was so close. I wanted to pick UMass, but I'm gonna pick Auburn.
So did Tua's brother go in the NFL draft, or
no? He's still there.
Okay. Yeah. So we got Townsend or Towson, Towson.
Yeah, Townsend. Mm-hmm.
At Maryland.
Let me just double check that. When it comes to Tua's brother, I think he's coming back. No, he's still there. He's still there, so he'll be the starting quarterback. I'm definitely Townsend is really known for their basketball, but I'm going to take Maryland. I'm definitely going to take Maryland. Shout out to Mac. I know you live in shout out to Mac. You live in Maryland, but I'm taking Maryland to win this game over Townsend. Townsend's not really a great football team.
All right, so in my opinion, it shouldn't be any surprise So the next 4-5 games, I'll say. We got Wofford at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh? Who the heck is Wofford?
A dark horse when it comes to college basketball. That's it.
Yeah, like I know them for basketball, but I did not know they had a football team like Villanova. I did not know Villanova had a football team until I heard Brian Westbrook went there. Huh?
I mean, hey, Villanova, they got a really good lacrosse program. Don't even get me wrong.
Remind me of Drexel, because Drexel's the same way.
They got a great lacrosse program. I've seen them play. Damn, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
So we got Eastern Kentucky at Cincinnati.
Oh, see, Cincinnati's coming off of a down year last year, but I think they're going to bounce back.
I think they will.
And who they playing again? I'm sorry, say it again.
Eastern Kentucky.
I'm gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with Eastern Kentucky as an upset.
Really? Okay.
I just thought I have a lot of uncertainty. All their wide receivers went into the draft last season for Cincinnati. Trey Tucker is one of them that came to the Raiders, but the other ones got into the draft. So I'm going with Eastern Kentucky with the upset.
Okay. Yeah. Plus, you had your best cornerback, Sauce Gardner, go in the draft to the New York Jets. So understandable. All right. That's a good pick. We got Gardner Webb. Who the fuck are y'all? At Appalachian State. They pulled off one of the greatest college football upsets in 2008, and it's not even close.
It's not even close. Nah.
So I'm gonna have to go with Appalachian State as well.
Yeah, Appalachian State is definitely it for me. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So we got Southeast Louisiana at Mississippi State.
Mississippi State. I don't even know who Southeast Louisiana is. How do you have a Southeast Missouri? Where does these teams? Do y'all just put these teams together? Seriously.
Hey, your guess is as good as mine. All right. So the next game I got coming up, this is a shout out to my adopted sister, Nan Ray, who goes to this school. But we got Monmouth at Florida Atlantic.
I'm taking Florida Atlantic.
I'm taking Florida
Isn't Lane
Atlantic.
Kiffin the head coach over there, if I'm not mistaken?
You might be right.
I mean, Lane Kiffin. Let me see.
I mean, hell, Florida Atlantic is
coming. He's at Ole Miss. My bad. He used to be at Florida Atlantic, but he's at Ole Miss.
Yeah. Hey, don't even get me wrong, too. Like, Florida Atlantic is coming off one of the greatest NCAA tournament runs in basketball history.
Absolutely. You could definitely have him come on the show speaking with judgment. Absolutely. Just hit him up. I'll send you his information, No Mercy Sports, or his other Facebook. We'll definitely talk behind the scenes, bro.
Who is that? The sports judge?
Yeah.
Bro, you see me on Facebook, man. Man, you put out some great content. I'm going to tell you what. All right, so, I mean, the only thing they really have going for them is a lacrosse program, but we got Bucknell at James Madison, a very underrated college football team, in my opinion.
I'm going James Madison.
I'm going James Madison as well.
They've been really like underrated dominant. You know, they don't get talked about enough.
Yeah,
so James Madison, I'm going with them.
Yeah, they've been in the top 5 of like the FCS or whatever. Like, what is it? Because North Dakota State is number 1 in that conference, and James Madison is top 5.
Yeah. And they always talk about North Dakota State more than anything, but they need to talk about James Madison more in that conference.
They really do. Not even gonna lie. So we got University of Albany at Marshall, just because of the movie. Let's be honest.
We are Marshall.
Yachty, no.
Yeah, I'm going Marshall. I'm gonna take Marshall there. I'm biased. I'm sorry. I might just watch the movie tonight. So.
Hey, understandably so. Understandably. So we got Alabama A&M at Vanderbilt.
I'm taking Vandy.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm gonna take Vandy. You know what? I don't have no problem with that. Yeah, I think Vandy would be.
Where are they at? East Coast time on Tennessee.
Yeah, they like in that Tennessee area.
Yeah, so if Vanderbilt does the blackout uniforms, yeah, I could see Vanderbilt winning.
Yeah, don't you notice that Wake Forest and Purdue and Vandy got the same damn colors? Then they wear that all black with the gold helmet. Crazy.
I was gonna say, you play one of those 3 teams during a night game, and one of those 3 teams is doing a blackout. Don't matter what your ranking is, you're losing. You're losing. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I'm going with Vandy here. I'm definitely taking them.
All right. So next game up, we got Washington State Cougars, not that kind of cougar, at Colorado State in Fort Collins, Colorado.
See, I took the original Colorado. I'm not taking Colorado State. I'm not.
Yeah, I might have to go with Washington State as well.
Yeah, I'm going with Washington State. Yeah.
I mean, that flag somehow, some way finds its way into College Game Day.
It does. It does. Every year it finds its way. I completely agree with you there.
Can't even be mad at it, though. Cannot.
You can't. You can't. And you know what? I like Washington State colors. I think their colors is pretty dope. So
yeah, especially when they do the gray out uniforms. My God,
the gray out uniforms are tough. I'm not gonna lie. They're tough.
It's a college version of the Detroit Lions gray uniforms.
Right. It's like that matted gray, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I likes that. I'm down for that. I'll get one of those jerseys. I don't even like Washington State, but I'll definitely get the jersey just for the colors in itself.
All right. So next game up, we got Texas State at Baylor.
Wait, is that Texas? That's not the Armadillos, right?
No, it looks like the Bobcats.
Texas State versus
Baylor.
Baylor.
Yeah, my
I'm thinking,
exact.
even though don't get me wrong, that green and gold for Baylor with the shiny helmet, that's pretty dope. But yeah, it's a no-brainer. I'm taking Baylor there.
Yeah. Now, this team, oh man, they actually had a surprising year last year. University of Texas San Antonio at the University of Houston.
I'm thinking Houston.
I'm gonna have to go with the upset. Me.
Ooh.
Roadrunners, baby.
Ooh.
I got my eyes on that game. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that game.
Oh my God.
So next game up, we got Central Arkansas versus Oklahoma State.
I'm going Oak State here.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Cowboys. The only Cowboys team I will actually root for.
Yeah, I actually root for. I'm going with Oklahoma State. That's the only time I'll actually root for a Cowboys. Basically,
Yeah, facts. You're only good at college basketball, Memphis. Let's see. Stephen F. Austin at Troy.
I'm gonna go with Troy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Troy as well. It just looked interesting. Like it kind of just jumped itself out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going with Troy. I really don't know too much about Troy, but I think for me, Troy might just win this game. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. So next game we got Toledo at Illinois.
I'm going with Illinois.
I'm gonna have to go with Illinois as well. If they still have the running back that they had last year, what was his name? Oh my God, he was a Heisman candidate, I think, until he got injured.
I don't remember the running back's name for Illinois.
Yeah, no, he was like definitely up there. It was like C.J. Brown or something like that. I'm not too sure, but he was good. But I'm gonna have to go with Illinois as well. So next game we got Texas Tech at Wyoming. Ho. Enjoy that altitude, Texas Tech. A second Cowboys team I'll actually root for.
You taking Wyoming here is what you're saying.
I'm taking Wyoming.
I like what Texas Tech's been doing. I'm gonna take Texas Tech.
Okay. Respect.
I think this is gonna be this is a game that people are gonna overlook though.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Oh, we got Old Dominion at Virginia Tech.
I'm going VT.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Virginia.
I'm gonna go with Virginia Tech there.
Yeah.
Old Dominion has not been the same football wise. My God, somebody need to revive that program.
The only thing they're good at is college basketball. I will fight tooth and nail against anybody who says otherwise. So, because I'm in the Texas area, we got. Okay, to quote Conor McGregor, who the fuck is that guy? Incarnate Word. I'm not even making this up.
I'm telling you, this is why I didn't want to just do the regular. That's why I wanted to do the top 25 because some of them names on this slate for Saturday is like who, what, where, when, and why. Why did you make this college? Is they really are a college? I need to know. Like, what is going on here?
The only reason I'm bringing up this game is because of where I'm at. Because Incarnate Word is at University Texas El Paso.
Okay, understandably then.
I'm taking UTEP in this game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take UTEP. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely take UTEP for real.
An obvious no-brainer. Like, granted, again, this is a team that's good at college basketball, but can't back it up when it comes to college football. We got Northern Arizona at Arizona.
I'm taking Arizona.
Arizona as well.
Yep.
We got Sam Houston at BYU.
BYU.
BYU, absolutely. Ooh, this. Now, see, in my opinion, for the late games, this is going to be a good game. We got Coastal Carolina. No shit. It took me up until, what was it? I was deployed in the Middle East to figure out who the fuck are you guys? The Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, which is a fucking chicken, by the way. I kid you not. But damn it, much like Boise State, they got a field. So we got Coastal Carolina at UCLA.
I'm going with the upset. I'm going with Coastal Carolina.
I'm going with the upset as well. Chanticleers all the way. And then, so for Sunday, Northwestern at Rutgers.
Northwestern at Rutgers.
Yep. Wait, what? I thought that was my hometown in New Jersey.
Hold up. Say the teams again. I'm thinking.
Northwestern Wildcats at Rutgers Scarlet Knights. SHI Stadium, Piscataway, New Jersey. My dumb ass. I really had to do a triple take. I thought it said Parsippany, New Jersey, because that's where I grew up.
I don't want to go with them, but I'm gonna go with Northwestern because Rutgers been shitty for years.
Yeah, they really have. I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna have to go with Northwestern as well. Despite the whole hazing thing that's going on, I'm still going with the Wildcats. Still going with them.
I don't want to go with them because of all the stuff that went on, but it's just so terrible for Rutgers, and how they ain't been the same since Ray Rice was there. So,
oh my god, no,
that's a long time ago.
Yep,
but they play a lot of teams from that. I think they're in the Big Ten, if I'm not mistaken.
They are, but I believe both teams are.
Yeah,
but yeah, so those are some of the unranked games that are just flying under the radar, and it's just like, look, they need to be talked about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But now let's get into it. The final topic, and we saved it for last, baby. WWE Payback is here, ladies and gentlemen. WWE Payback is here and will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Peacock. You definitely do not want to miss that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches tomorrow for WWE Payback. And I'm not going to go in order. I'm just going to go in what I like the best. And that's the World Heavyweight Championship. Seth Rollins going in with a back injury that's killing him right now against Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, what I'm going to say about this is Seth Rollins not going to back down from no bullshit. He's just not. And
absolutely
knowing that his back is broken in 2 places, and he going into this match, I got a feeling he's going to have to drop this title. He might have to drop this title because I don't want Seth Rollins to drop it, but the injury is reminding me of Shawn Michaels all over again, where he had to drop it against Stone Cold Steve Austin and get that back surgically done. And I think that's what's going to have to happen for Seth Rollins here. I'm taking Shinsuke due to injury of Seth Rollins. Now, if Seth Rollins was 100% healthy, then I would have took Seth. But I'm taking Shinsuke. I think Shinsuke is his time now, and he got an upper hand on Seth in the last couple of weeks.
No, honestly, I couldn't agree more with you. I mean, ever since Seth Rollins separated himself from the Shield, he has put his body, he's gone to hell and back with his body. I mean, some of the things that he has done, it's like, bro, you should have been injured. Granted, ACL injury aside, you should have been out of the game for more than just 9 months. Having said that, I think because it is the first time in 4 years that he has held WWE gold, I'm going with Seth freaking Rollins.
I get it. I get it 100%. He retains, and hopefully that back can hold up for him for a next pay-per-view.
That's is a visionary.
Yeah, he is. He is. But your broken back in 2 places. I mean, that's going to hurt tomorrow. In the way Shinsuke strikes with those leg kicks, I'm telling you.
Ooh, and he did a Kinshasa to Seth Rollins' back on Monday Night Raw. Oh.
So yeah, I'm taking Shinsuke and he's taking Seth. The Women's World Championship, you have the champion Rhea Ripley going in against Raquel Rodriguez. I'm gonna be completely honest with you there. I'm very disappointed in this run by Rhea Ripley. I am very disappointed in this run.
Really?
Who has she really fought that made it a good match at a pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's true.
The booking has been terrible. Like, I think Raquel Rodriguez could probably take it off for her, but I think it won't happen. I think Rhea Ripley retains, unfortunately, and I just hate the roster that Raw has, and you're not really putting nobody competitive against her because you have Bianca Belair, Charlotte, Io, you got Bayley all on SmackDown, where the women's division for Raw sucks. It sucks ass, and it makes Rhea Ripley look so dominant. And Raquel Rodriguez, don't get me wrong, she's strong, she's talented, and if she takes it off of Rhea, I'm happy for her, but I think it won't happen, so I'm taking Rhea here.
Yeah, no, I honestly got to agree. I mean, the last time that somebody actually gave Rhea a run for her money was oh my god, Zelina Vega at Backlash. That was it. Like, great pay-per-view, but at the same time, like, I think that's what Triple H is trying to do, like, make Rhea Ripley's run look dominant, similar to Roman Reigns and everything like that. But at the same time, it's like, yo, all the talent is on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying?
All the talent is on SmackDown.
So I'm gonna it's no surprise to go with Rhea Ripley.
All right, so we're gonna go with the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match where we have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Damian Priest and Finn Balor in a Steel City Street Fight match.
Ooh.
They taking it back to the Pittsburgh Steelers days, man.
That steel curtain.
That steel curtain, but
let me talk to you.
Yeah. Let me talk to me. Let me know who you taking here.
I mean, I really think that mid-ish towards the end that Finn Balor, Finn Balor and Damian Priest.
Balor and Damian Priest,
Yep. They're gonna have like that whole, it looks like they're falling out, but at the same time, I'm gonna have to go with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yeah, that's where I was going. I just feel like with Damian Priest, he's Mr. Money in the Bank. I think he's going to leave Judgment Day because of that one guy. Forget that guy's name that hangs around Finn Balor. I think he's going to be the new member of Judgment Day once Damian Priest leaves.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about.
I think he's trying to make his case to be in Judgment Day and get rid of Damian Priest. I think Damian Priest is about his time to go on his own, and they have not been seeing eye to eye for how many weeks now. So I am
ever since he won Money in the Bank.
Yeah, ever since he won Money in the Bank, Damian Priest and Finn Balor has not seen eye to eye. So I'm taking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. But why am I getting this feeling? That Kevin Owens is going to turn on Sami? I'm getting this feeling. Sooner or later that they're going to have to drop the titles, not on Payback, but I got this feeling that Kevin Owens wants to get back into singles wrestling. I really feel like that.
I could see that too. I really, really could. I'm not even going to lie.
So I just I don't want that to happen, but Kevin Owens is so great as a singles wrestler, so I get it. The United States Championship, we got Rey Mysterio, the champion, going up against the former United States champion in Austin Theory. Who are you taking in this match? Do you think Austin Theory retains?
I'm gonna have to say Rey Mysterio retains, but I think who is it? Santos Escobar. That's it.
Yep.
I think he makes his presence known in the match.
And you think he will turn on Rey to try to get that United States title?
I mean, look at the history that Rey has with people turning on him.
You actually have a point there. You have a point there because there's so many people that turned on Ray in his career. It's crazy.
Yep.
I think he has the most people. I think he has the most in history of people turning on him.
Yep. But let's get down to the match that we all want to see.
But we're going to get to a match before that though, and this is a steel cage match between Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus in a steel cage match.
Okay.
So we gonna go gonna go there. So
okay,
who we taking? I'm taking Becky, man. I love Trish Stratus, but Trish been getting a number on her with Tony with what's that name? Tony Starks, right?
Yeah, Tony Starks, Tony Storm, one of the two.
Yeah, I don't think it's Tony Storm. It's something Stark though. Something Stark.
Yeah.
But she's been they had a good pay-per-view and Becky Lynch won that on Monday night. In a good, like I think it was a street fight or something of that nature that happened on Monday night. But I'm taking
Falls
Becky.
Count Anywhere. Yeah, no.
Falls Count Anywhere. I'm taking Becky though.
I'm taking Becky as well. Like not like oh man, in a steel cage match. Oh, that's gonna be something to watch. That's a good way to kick off the pay-per-view.
Right. And last but not least, the two most talkative, great promo. I mean, the fan base don't like the Miz, but they love some L.A. Knight.
Yeah.
We all know where James is going with this one here. He's taking L.A. Knight, but let us know why.
Let me talk to you. Oh, man. The promos between the two have just been nothing short of amazing. Like, I think the best comment that I've heard from The Miz was saying LA Knight is an Attitude Era fanboy playing cosplay in his ring on Monday night. I was like, oh, Miz, you probably just like the back and forth battle between these two. Oh man.
Of course you're gonna take LA Knight. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Miz fan. I have nothing against the Miz at all.
No,
but
absolutely not.
I'm taking LA Knight as well to win this match, but just the promos itself is so freaking entertaining, man. I love the promos for it. Like, I can't be like I'm like on the edge of my seat. Like I feel like I'm in the Attitude Era, just listening to both of their asses talk. Like,
right.
Just imagine if a title was on the line for this. I think it would have been so much better if this title was on the line. But the way the Miz is just entertainment, people need to give him his respect, man. Give that man his respect.
He's just seriously underrated. And one of my buddies who's also in the military, I was like, bro, imagine if the Miz and LA Knight were a tag team. He's like, dude, he goes, dude, they would be better than MJF and Adam Cole.
Right.
And just like the range that the Miz has doing the impersonation entrances.
Oh, when he imitated LA Knight was fucking genius, yo.
It was perfect.
Oh, that was genius.
That's one of the reasons I cannot wait for SmackDown tonight. I want to see how the megastar responds. I mean, the dude did LA Knight. He did The Rock. And he also did John Cena with Maurice being Nikki Bella. I mean, the man's range is just unlimited.
Agreed 100%. And I cannot wait to see SmackDown tonight, which we got less than 10 minutes until the show actually comes on. But there you have it, guys. WWE Payback. I think I'm going to do it, but I'm going to see how I feel because I'm still a little bit under the weather. But hey, I'm going to try to see if I can get to this Tennessee game at 12 o'clock too. So hopefully I'm going to keep drinking my tea and stuff of that nature. So if I do come on, just let me know if you want to come on. We could do Payback together, and we'll definitely have a good time with that Miz and LA Knight match. I think these matches are pretty good. Don't get me wrong.
Honestly, I think it'd be better if it was Jimmy and Jay, but I think they're probably building something up to WrestleMania. But either way, it looks like a good card.
Right, and Jimmy comes back tonight, and he's going to talk, so I definitely want to hear that as well.
Absolutely.
But any final words before you head out, man? Let them know where the people can find you at, man.
Yeah, I mean, you already know. You can find me on YouTube. I made a few being 33 years old, I've already made a few TikToks for this upcoming football season. You already know what it is. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram _ No Mercy Sports _ and like it says on my YouTube channel, it is the most uncut, unfiltered, and uncensored sports talk show you are going to find on YouTube or any platform of social media.
Facts. Same here for the Darion Hopkins Sports Show. We definitely don't give a shit. We say what we want to say and how we want to say it. That's just what it is. 100% raw and uncut. That's how I have it. So make sure y'all check out the SeatGeek. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description. D-Hop Show, D-Hop Nation t-shirts are available. All that good stuff, man. It's been fun talking to you, bruh. It's been fun talking to you. I wish I could have did Wednesday, but working a new job for the first week, my legs look like spaghetti legs. They were just I'm finally walking around for 8 hours in a school with a bunch of kids. Yeah.
Hey,
So,
I wish I could have been here on time. I'm sorry to come on here in
you
the
don't
last
know.
half hour of the show, but
It's
hey,
all good. It is all good. Listen, I held it down for y'all. Mac is at his son's game. It's all good. It's all good. Ron Duffney, thank you for coming in, but we're done for the show today. Have a great weekend. We'll be back Monday. Enjoy college football. Enjoy WWE Payback. And next week, NFL is back, baby. NFL is back. So
you already know we're making college football and NFL predictions. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. I cannot wait. But make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all social medias at D Hopkins Show. Y'all see it at the bottom there. And we're out of here, y'all. Enjoy SmackDown. Enjoy everything else. And we'll see y'all later. Peace.